Right. Yeah, because okay, Mr. can't hear you. Yeah, so you can bring your camera down a bit lower so I can see you better. And then Bailing, Mr. can't see you, Bailing. Yeah. Okay, today is the second last paper one lesson already. So next week will be the last paper one lesson. So what will happen in September? Now in September, we will do paper two all the way. Continue to do paper two. And I am still thinking whether should we continue to have paper one. Okay, Mr. is still thinking. Most likely I think the next lesson will be the last paper one. Okay, maybe Mr. should just do a show of hands. Uh, do you want paper one in September? Do you want some more paper one lesson September? You can raise your hand if you want. Nobody, only Brandon. Okay, I think you have enough of paper one. Jacob, right, Jacob. Okay, but I think if not many of you are, then we will not do the paper one. We will do in your regular lesson. Okay, yeah. Okay, so okay, let's start. Okay, let's start the lesson. And okay, I will give it. Okay, now this paper one that you have done so far is quite. It looks quite simple, but tricky. All right, you will see a lot of questions that are you they are going to be quite tricky lah, huh? So let's see whether you get the answer correct. Okay, question one, the answer is two. Okay, question answer is two. Why is it two? Now, number one, first of all, you need to know what is 1/4 hour. Now, those of you who thinks that 1/4 is 25 minutes is wrong already. 1/4 hour is make the denominator 60 because 1 hour is 60 minutes. So 4 times 15, 1 times 15. So is he was late for 15 minutes. So number one, do you have this correct first? Number two, do you know what time is 5 minutes to 1500? Okay, and there's a 24-hour clock. So what is that time? It's actually 3 p.m. So 1500 is 3 p.m. So what is 5 minutes to 3 p.m.? So you must be able to understand this. So it means that it hasn't reached 3 p.m. yet. Another 5 more minutes, it will become 3 p.m. So the tuition class start at 2:55 p.m. All right, this is what time the tuition class starts. And he was late for 15 minutes. So what time did he arrive? Now you can do this in your working, all right? Working, not in your steps. You can do this because working is fine. But you cannot do you cannot write like this. You cannot write 2:55 p.m. plus 15 minutes. Okay? This will be penalized. All right? But in the working, you can add the time and the duration together. So 5 plus 5 is 10. Then carry 1. Then 1 plus 5 plus 1 is 70. Then the 2 bring down, right? And there's a 70 here. What do? Take out 60 minutes and you have 10 minutes left. The 60 minutes bring over. That will be 3:10. 3:10 p.m. So what time did he arrive? So you look at the pictures. So the answer must be number 2, 3:10. Right? Number 2 shows 3:10 p.m. So question 1, a lot of things to, not a lot of things, but there are some things that you have to know. Okay? Okay, question number 2. Okay, have you done already? Right, hope you are done already. Not supposed to copy answers and then not good if you just copy answers. Okay, question 2. Now, answer will be number 3. And okay, how do you round off to one decimal place? If you look at 39.08, when you round off to one decimal place, what is that? You draw a line to show how a one decimal place look like. Look at the digit on the right side, you round up, and you will get 39.1. Okay, 39.1, which is not what you want. Next one, 39.74. Draw a line. Okay, and look at the to show where do you draw the line? You draw the line to show how a one decimal place look like because that is what you want. All right, one decimal place. Then you look at the digit 4, round down. Round down means you don't add anything. 39.7, which is also wrong. Okay, 39.81. So you draw a line and look at the digit on the right side, round down. So you don't add anything also. 39.8, and that's how you get number 3. Okay, I think how about 39.86? Same thing. Look at the digit on the right side. You round up and you get 39.9, which is not what you want. Okay, so must know how to round off to one decimal place and also how to round off to whole number, how to round off to two decimal place. All these will be tested in your PSLE. Okay, somehow you will come out, right? In either in paper 1 or paper 2. Okay, question number 3. Anyone? Question number 3. I told you there are some tricky question, right? This will be the first one. Do you put number 2 again? Did anyone put number 2? Okay, if you put number two, you got tricked already because 1/4% is 0.25%. It is still percentage. All right, still percentage, but you want to change into decimal. Decimal has no percentage. So how do you convert the percentage into decimal? You need to change into fraction first. 0.25 over 100. Percentage is always over 100. And what is fraction? Fraction means dividing. 0.25 divide by 100. So every time you see fraction, it means dividing. So you shift the decimal point to the left. Oh, did I record the lesson? Have right. Okay, okay. Okay, otherwise. And by the way, the last lesson, okay, the last video for last week, unluckily, what happened? Mr. only recorded the first half, the first 30 minutes, because we went for a break, right? Remember last Monday we went for a break, and then when we came back, Mr. forgot to press the recording. So the second half, no, don't have recording. Yeah, so when you watch the video, you only see the first half. Okay, I will try to record again, all right, and then put it up in the YouTube channel, all right? Okay, so you divide by 100, what happened? You shift the decimal point to the left two times because there are two zeros. When you divide, you shift left. Jairus, start your video, Jairus. And then the empty basket, put a zero, arrowhead, decimal point, and then the zero in front. So what is the decimal? 0.0025. Your answer is number four. Got it? So we did this quite a few times already. So make sure you don't get tricked by this question. Okay, so Aubrey, do you get tricked by this question? No, right? Okay, so answer number four. Let's move on. Okay, Jairus, start your video, Jairus. Otherwise, Mr. is talking to a black screen. Okay, let's go to question four. The answer is what? The answer is number four. Okay, wow, Jairus, still black screen now. Now it's even blacker. The screen is even blacker now. Okay, is there something wrong with your camera or what? Okay, there are 2,500 people on Saturday. The number of people increased by 20% on Sunday. Now, before you can increase, right? Before you can add 20%, this is the concept on percentage. You must always start with 100% first. Then you plus 20% and your Sunday is 120%. So how many people on Sunday? Then you take 100 units. Your percent is like units, which is 2,500. Can you find how many is 120%? So if you can find 1%, then don't jump. Okay, just divide. So 2,500 divided by 100, cancel to zero, cancel to zero, you get 25. So what is 120%? 120 times 25. Okay, shortcut. 12 times 25. Do your working. All right, 12 times 25. I think you will get what? Now, I will use my calculator because I assume that you know how to multiply two-digit number. 12 times 25, you will get 300. And then there's a zero. Add one zero behind. So how many people went on Sunday? 3,000 people went on Sunday. So there's a concept here. So before you can add 20%, you must start with 100% first. Then you can plus 20%. All right? Okay, let's go to number five, another one. Okay, question five. So 1 mark question is supposed to be quite easy. But PSLE or even prelim, sometimes a 1 mark can also be hard, but it tells you not a lot of steps. 1 mark question is only a few steps. So it may be hard, but only a few steps. So if you look at the question, find BEC, find this angle. Then how do you find? Well, you're stuck because you don't know what angle is this. You don't know what angle is this. Then how to find? Now, then if you're stuck in this question, you have forgotten the very important property that Miss Tong told you. When you see lines that are parallel, the angles between the two lines that are parallel add together 180. And then you take 180 and you go and minus what? Go and minus this, minus 40. Okay, minus 40, minus 35. And you will get the green color angles together. So 180 minus 40 minus 35. So these two angles add together is how many? 105 degrees. Ah, and then there is a triangle. So if there's a triangle, the sum of the angles inside add together is 180. So 180 minus the two green color angles, right? Minus 105, and that's how you get your answer 75 degrees, which is number two. So do you get number two? Anyone got the answer correct? Yeah, no, but only one, only a few, right? Yeah, can you see that it's one mark? It's a few steps, but can be a bit hard. Okay, because you need to think about your property, right? When you see two lines that are parallel, the angles between the two lines that are parallel add together is 180. And Miss Ang told you before already, you need to know this property to do very hard questions. So if this question is hard, it's because of this property that you may have forgotten. Okay, let's go on. Uh, okay, now question number. So the answer is number two. Okay, for Jairus, can you check answers? All right, you came a bit later. Question one, the answer is two. Oh, no, sorry. Question one, the answer is two. Two. Question two is three. Question three is four. Question four is four. And question five is two. Okay. All right, let's go on to question six. Now, question six, your answer is number four. Right. Okay. I think Jared, your camera got some problem. If I think it's okay to off the video. If your camera got some problem, then it's fine. As long as you can see me. If you can see me, that's good. Yeah, because your camera is flicking. Your camera got some wonderful colors. Okay, so you can off the video if it's spoiled. Okay, so what is the average attendance for the 4 days? Now, line graph, you need to do what? You need to put numbers on the line graph, but you must count the gaps first, count the units. So there are 2 units until 50, right? So 1 unit will be 50 divided by 2. Okay, then you put numbers on every day. So Monday is 175, Tuesday is 200, Wednesday will be 150, Thursday is public holiday, don't have anybody. Friday is 175. Okay, what is the average attendance for the 4 days? What 4 days? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. It doesn't include the holiday. So you add all the numbers together, right? So you will get how many? You will get total 700. And the total 700, who go and divide by 5? If you divide by 5, it means that you are careless already. You are supposed to divide by 4. All right? And you will get 175 average, which is number 4. Okay? Right? Okay, so if you have checked your answers, you can give marks. All right, you can put marks at the bottom. Then you can add up the marks later. Okay, let's go to question number 7. Now, how many figures have only 2 lines? Answer 1. And which figure is that? Rectangle. Rectangle has 2 lines only. Square has more than 2 lines. Square has 4 lines. Okay, 4 lines. Trapezium has none. Okay, trapezium has no line. This is okay. Now this one is. Oh, wait. Sorry, this is a rhombus. Okay. By the way, the last one is a rhombus. So rhombus got how many? Rhombus got two lines of symmetry. Okay, 2 lines. Wait, oh, no, is it? Wait. Hang on for a while. Rhombus has no lines of symmetry. Okay, this rhombus, if you try to cut it, it doesn't have any line of symmetry. So it's only one. Okay, so what is line of symmetry? There's a mirror image. So the left and the right look identical. So if you look at the rhombus is not symmetrical. All right, it is not symmetrical. It will only be symmetrical if it's like a square. Okay, or a dime, something like a square lah, or a diamond, then it will be symmetrical. Okay, like a square. It has to be a square, then you have 2 lines. If it's a rhombus, there is no line of symmetry. So there's only one figure that has 2 lines. Okay? All right, question number 8. Next one. Answer number 2. Question 8, answer number 2. And how to do this? Now, if you don't know how to do or you've forgotten, circle the groups. All right, the groups will have the plus and the letter or number inside the group. So you arrange the group, put the groups with the same letters together. All right, put it side by side, like what you see me doing. All right, put the groups with the same letters together, then put the whole numbers together, +4, -2, then +5. All right, then now can you simplify? 5y minus 2y, 3y. 3y plus 7y will be 10y plus what? 4 minus 2 is 2. 2 plus 5 will be 7. So 10y plus 7. Okay, that's your answer. Okay? All right, question number nine. Pink, orange, and green. What's the answer first? Your answer will be number two. Okay, now the pink, orange, and green are in the ratio 6:7:5. If there are 60 orange and green, how many pink are there? So if you are going to do ratio, then please put down the labels, put down the total as well. So 6, 7, 5, and the total is 18 units. And there are 60 orange and green. So orange and green is 60, which is how many units? Which is 12 units. So 12 units will be equal to 60. One unit will be 5, 60 divided by 12. And how many pink buttons are there? There are 6 units, so 6 times 5, 30. Okay? All these are 1 mark. Right? Most of them are quite easy, except for some that you saw a little bit harder. All right, number 10. Also, uh, going to be hard if you forget what is total surface area. Now, a cube is what? A cube is a square block. All the faces are squares. So the total surface area, do you know what is the concept? What do you mean by total surface area? It means that it is the total area of all the faces. So the cube has how many faces? 6 faces, right? So if the cube has 6 faces altogether, what is the total area of the faces? 150 cm square. Then what is the area of one square face? 150 divided by 6, you will get 25 cm square. And then how do you find one side of the square face? You square root 25. So what times what equal 25? 5 times 5, right? So every side of the square face is 5 cm, right? And so over here also 5 cm. So this is called a cube with all equal sides. Then what's the volume? Then length times breadth times height to get the volume of the cube, which is 125. So the volume of the cube is 125 cm cube. So anyone get this question wrong? If you get it wrong, it's because you may have forgotten what is total surface area. It means the area of all the faces. It can be a cube, it can be a cuboid, but you must understand what is total surface area. Okay, question 10. So now we go on to question 11. Okay, question 11, algebra again. So the answer is number 2. Okay, how to do that? Now, Lina bought 5 files and 6 erasers for $Y. One file costs 80 cents. What is the cost of one eraser? If one file is 80 cents, there are 5 files. So isn't that 80 cents times 5, which will give you 400 cents? You look at the answers. They are all dollars, all dollars. So change the cents into dollar. So the 5 files is $4. Okay, so can you find how much is 6 erasers? So you have 5 files, which is $4 plus 6 eraser. 6 eraser, add them all together. How much is the total money? $Y. Can you find how much is 6 eraser? So you take the total minus 4, right? And then how much is one eraser? Then you just take y minus 4 and then divide by 4. Am I correct? And that is the cost of one eraser, which is y minus 4 divided by 6. Sorry, 6 are not 4. Mr. Ong see wrongly. There are 6 erasers. So y minus 4 divided by 6. So your answer should be number 2. Okay? All right. Okay, any questions? Any questions not clear, you must raise your hand. Let me know. Or you wait until after the lesson, you can ask me. Okay, question 12. Now, question 12 is actually something quite easy, but there are more steps because you need to write down the fraction of the distance. So, question 12, what's the answer? Now, the answer will be number 3. Okay, number 3. All right, how to get number 3? Now, when you're doing speed problem, please draw the triangle, distance, speed, and time. All right, and make sure you put the letters in the right place. And you look at the question. Jeremy set off on a 200-kilometer journey at the speed of 75 kilometer per hour. That's a speed for 20 minutes. So what fraction of the total distance has he traveled? What is the total distance? The total distance is 200 kilometer, and he had traveled how many kilometers already? So can you find the distance that he had traveled already? You look at speed multiplied by time. So what's the speed? 75 km per hour times 20 minutes. And you got to be very careful. You need to write down the units so that you can check to see whether they are the same. If they are not the same, then what do you do? You must change the minutes to follow the speed. Whatever is given to you in the speed, you have to follow. Follow what is given. So the minute change into hour, 20 over 60. And because you have no calculator, so you should simplest form to make the fraction smaller a bit so that you can do your working easier. So how to continue? Then just cancel. Divide by 3, 75 divided by 3. Then multiply. If you cannot cancel, multiply. 25 times 1 and 1 times 1. So what is the distance that he has already traveled? Which is 25 km. All right. And then how do you get your fraction of the total distance he had already traveled? And that is your fraction. 25 out of the total distance. And then simplest form. So divide by 5, 200 divided by 5, 5 divided by 5, 40 divided by 5. And your simplest form is 1 over 8. So there are a few steps to do. Okay, answer number 3. Got it? Okay, Brenda, I see you copy. You copy like okay, you copy only when there's a mistake. If there's nothing wrong, don't copy anything because you know how to do.
I'm just copying yours.
Okay,
Even
but you
if I
get it.
get it right.
If you get it right, you look at the video to copy. All right, wrong, then you copy down. Okay, question 13, another one. Okay, now this one, let's see what happened. Now this one came out in one of the paper one, but instead of squares or rectangle, it's a circle. So how many circles can you cut from a rectangular cardboard? And the length is 60 cm. That's the length of the rectangle, and the breadth is 45 cm. And Jenny wants to cut circle of diameter 8 cm. So something like this. Okay, Miss. So uh, how many circles can you cut from the length of the cardboard? Okay, now how to do this? It's actually quite easy. You look at the diameter, which is horizontal. So how many circles can you cut? Cut. So what do? You take 60, go and divide by 8. 60 divided by 8, you do your dividing, you will get 7, remainder 4. What is 7? 7 circles and remainder 4 cm. So you can cut 7 circles, something like this. And there's a remainder 4. What is that remainder 4? The leftover cardboard, and that's not enough to cut another circle. So you can only cut how many? You can only cut 7 circles along the length. Okay, along the length, you can cut 7. How about the breadth? Then, same thing. You look vertically. Vertically is also diameter, right? That's also diameter. Then you look at 45 cm. 45 cm, go and divide by how many circles can you cut? So 45 divide by diameter. And you get what? 5, remainder 5. So what is that remainder 5? The leftover cardboard. So you can cut 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that lah. And then there's a remainder 5 cm. So what is that remainder again? Not enough. The leftover cardboard, there is not enough to cut another circle. So I can cut 5 circles along the breadth. I can cut 7 circles along the length. Then how many circles can I cut in total? 7 times 5. So Aubrey, do you understand why 7 times 5? 35. So you can cut 35 circles, which is the maximum number of circles. Okay, right? Okay, let's move on. Any questions so far? No break. Today there'll be no break. If Miss Wan give you a break, then later Miss Wan forgot to record again. And then we have no full lesson recording. Okay, let's go to next one. Question 14. Now, question 14, not hard, okay? So what is the greatest number of erasers she can buy with $20? So to buy the greatest number of erasers, you will have to buy the packets with the most
Wait,
erasers.
can I see what was the answer for number 13?
Number 13, the answer is number 2. Do you get number 2 correct? Okay, so copy down quickly. Yeah, so in this kind of question, there could be other questions like how many squares can you cut, how many triangles can you cut from a cardboard? So they are quite similar. How you do it is also similar. Okay, can I move on? Okay, next one. So with $20, how many erasers can you buy? You have to buy the packet of the most erasers. So I will need to spend $8.50 to buy 50 erasers. Okay. Then I still can buy another 50 erasers. Okay. And then how much left? 850 plus $8.50, you got $17 spent already. So I can spend another how much what else can I buy? I can buy another $1.80. Uh-huh. So $1.80 will be another 10 eraser. So you need to go and check, go and check how much you spend already. So you can add all the money together. There will be 18 means you have spent $18.80 already. And you still got some money left, which is what? Which is $1.20 left. So with that $1.20, you can't buy this. Not enough. You can't buy this. You can only buy a la carte, one eraser at a time. So how many more erasers can you buy? $1.20 divide by 20 cents, which okay, make sure you know how to divide. You cancel the zero on both numbers, and make sure you cancel equal number of zeros. 12 divided by 2, 6. You can buy another 6 erasers. So in total, how many erasers can you buy? You add them all together, you can buy 116 erasers. Answer number two. Correct, Jacob? Correct? Okay. Okay, let's go on to question 15. Question 15. Okay, question 15, I question 15, you can actually predict the answer, which is no good. Mr. Ang don't like you to predict the answer, but if you really don't know, you can actually use your eyes to see which is the biggest area, which is number four. Right? If you don't even know how to do, you look at the shaded area. Number four has the biggest shaded part. But what is the proper way to do it? Now, the proper way to do is this. You want to know which triangle has the largest area, and they are all inside the squares. Now, this is a right angle triangle. Okay, so nothing to do. Okay, nothing you can do. And that's the area. This is an obtuse triangle. Do you know how to draw into a right angle triangle with the same area? And that's the method. And this method will help you to do harder questions in paper two. How are you going to draw a right angle triangle with the same area? Draw the base. The height is here. So you bring the height a bit nearer to the base to form a right angle, and that will form a right angle triangle. So the shaded area is the same as this right angle triangle. Okay, that's how you use the method. Now, how about this one? This one is smaller than the triangles on top. Okay, this is definitely smaller, so it's out already. How you know that? Because the base is the same as the others, but the height is shorter, so it will have a smaller area. Okay, now this one, the height is the same, but the base is longer than the others, longer than all the others that you see. So if you have a longer base and the same height, then this will be the biggest area. So answer number four. Okay, that's how you explain why it is the biggest area. Okay? All right. Now, question number 16. Now we start with the booklet B. Okay, question 16, open-ended. Do remember to show your steps because if you get the answer wrong, you may still get some marks, 0.85. Okay, how to do that? Well, there are a few ways to get the answer. You can add the fractions together first. That's one way. So make the denominator the same, 5 times 4 and then 4 times 4. 16 over 20 plus 1 over 20, you get 17 over 20. Now, how to change the fraction to decimal? You just have to make the denominator into a 10, which I cannot do. So how about making the denominator into 100? That one can. So you make the denominator into 100 and you get 85 over 100. And what is the decimal? 0.85. Okay, so lesson here, as long as you can make the denominator into a 10, 100, or 1000, you will be able to get your decimal easily, like this. Okay, something like this. Got it? Okay, let's go on to the next one. Question 17. Question 17, PSLE question, and you can see it's a 1 mark. Okay, it's a 1 mark. Okay, Mr. is going to ask. Okay, see whether you get tricked. Okay, did anybody put 5 over 12? Who put 5 over 12? Jared? And this is a PSLE question, 1 mark only.
I put
Aubrey?
5 over
5
12.
over 12. Okay, Shirley also put 5 over 12. Wow, so many put 5 over 12. Okay, who didn't have 5 over 12? Okay, Bailey, what answer you get?
3/8.
That is wrong. Okay, that's also not correct. How about Jiale?
5/24.
Okay, how about Jacob? Jacob, what answer did you put? Okay, Miss Song can't hear you. Don't type anything. Miss Song got no time to read any messages. Okay, so say
Actually,
okay,
I know why it's
okay.
wrong because
Never mind for
you're
Jacob.
not
Never
meant to
mind.
simplify the
Uh,
denominator.
okay, but Jacob, can you speak into the microphone? Are you able to speak in the microphone? Because Miss Song cannot. Then it's okay. Never mind. Okay, now if you put 5 over 12, and this is a PSLE question, and the answer is wrong. Okay, that's why tricky. You got to be careful. You got to. Miss Song can't tell you lah, but you have to be careful when you do your math problem, especially in your prelim. All right. So you look at the two pictures, and mom bought two identical pizza and cut each pizza into different number of equal pieces, and she gave David one piece from each pizza. What fraction of the pizza did David receive? Now you look at the two circles. You will need to need to what? This is 1/4. This is 1/6. They are different denominator, right? So if you make the denominator the same, why would you want to make the denominator the same? Because they are identical. So 2 over 12, 3 over 12, and then what you do? You happily 3 over 12 plus 5 over 12, or 3 over 12 plus 2 over 12 become 5 over 12. And that is wrong already. Because if I show you how I cut it, okay, something like this, so I cut into what? Okay, we're not trying to cut faster, lah, huh? Okay, so three, so three. Okay, so I'm going to show you why your answer is wrong. Now, so I cut into 12 pieces. Then here also cut 12 pieces, 12 pieces, 12 pieces. Okay, 12 pieces, 12 pieces. And then now can we get what fraction of the pizza? So what is the pizza? The pizza means all the pizza, which is how many pieces together? 24 pieces together did David receive? So David must have received 5 pieces, right? 5 over 24. Do you understand? Yeah, if you say 5 over 12, uh, is the 12 the total number of pieces? No, it's not. So what fraction of the pizzas, everything, all the pizzas, which is 24 pieces, and then David received 5 pieces only. So this is your tricky question. Later on, there's still some more. Okay, this is the second tricky question that you see. Later on, you will still see some more. So why did Miss Son show you all these questions? So that when you do your exam, you just be careful and read carefully a bit. Don't be too fast, even though it's 1 mark. Okay, question 18. Question 18, what's the answer? The answer is $510. You get it wrong because of this. Now, the concept, when you see percentage, when you see 30% less, somebody must have 100% first. Who is that somebody? The second person, right, will be 100%. Gary has 210. He has 30% less. Before you can plus or minus, you must start with 100% first. And the second person is always, when you read your word problem, paper 2 later on, the second person, whoever it is, whatever it is always 100%. Then you can minus 30. So Gary got only 70%, which is $210. Then you find 1%, you go and divide 210 divide by 70. You cancel one zero, you get $3. And then how much they have all together, which is 100 plus 70. So 170%. So 170, then you multiply by $3. And 17 times 3, 51, put back the zero. So you need to start with 100% first before you can plus or minus. Okay, the Mr. always say that. Okay, question 9. Okay, question 9. So the answer is 510. Question 9, what's the answer? Your answer will be question 9, 2.6 liters. And this one should be quite easy, right? You just add all the numbers together, then divide by 3. Okay, so this time I'm going to use my calculator. 1.9 plus 2.3 plus 3.6. If you add the numbers correctly, you will get 7.8 liters. And then to find average, you must divide. If you never divide, you did not find average. Okay? Got it? Okay, let's go on to question 20. Question 20, how many members does the art club have? So when you see pie chart, you can either use fraction, like some of you use fraction, or you can think of percentage, which is actually maybe much easier. So if I use percentage, this is 25%, one quarter right angle is 25%. Then half a circle is, and by the way, you cannot assume it's half unless the question says, or the question show you something that it is half. So you have 180 degrees already, 90 plus 90, that's why it's half a circle. Cannot assume. Make sure the question tells you, all right? Sometimes the question will tell you directly, sometimes the question won't tell you directly, but it is half. But you must go and understand why it's half. So 50% minus 14, this will be 36%. And you need to put numbers into your pie chart so that you can see that 36% is in the same parts as 72. If you don't put any numbers in the pie chart, you may get stuck. So 36% is 72, 1% is 2. Then how many members does Art Club have? 14%. 14 times 2, 28. Okay, right?
So can I go to the toilet?
Oh, Gerald, must this time go toilet before the lesson or after lesson? Okay, quick, hurry, because we are still moving on already. Okay, quick, go, faster, faster. Okay, let's go to question 21. Now, question 21, there is a little typo error, but can still do lah. But in the exam, you will not have very complicated working. This one, the numbers is too big, right? So how do you do it? The hour hand is 12 cm long. Hour hand. Are you talking about radius, right? Radius, something like radius. This is the minute hand, okay? The minute hand is longer. Hour hand, okay, hour hand is a bit shorter. So you are looking at something called radius. Okay, radius. So the how far distance does the tip of the hour hand move in a 18-hour period? So 1 hour, how far did the tip travel in 1 hour? So isn't that one round? Right? If the tip is here, then what happened? Then it has to go one round, right? Isn't that circumference? You're finding the circumference, not area, it's circumference. So you will have to find the circumference of the circle. And what's that radius? That radius is 12 cm, which is the hour hand. Okay, so pi times diameter. What's the diameter? You take the radius times 2, 24. Now this part, in the exam, don't worry. In the paper one, you will have something a bit easier. Okay, a bit easier to work with. But this one the working is a bit troublesome. So you have to take 22 times 24, go and do the timetable, then later divide by 7, and you have a long decimal. But if you are doing paper one, write as fraction, right? Write as a fraction. So you have a 528 over 7. So go and do your 528 divided by 7, and then don't write decimal. Write as a fraction, and you will get, what will you get? So if you divide and write as a fraction, you will get 75 and 3 over 7, which is the circumference of a circle. So when the hour moved one round, how far did the hour hand move? Which is this. But the hour is going to move 18 times. 18 hour means what? The hour hand move 18 rounds to show 18 hours, right? So you must take 75 and 3 over 7 times 18. Wow. So paper one will not have this kind of working because it's too complicated already. Okay, so what do? You change it to improper fraction, right? In the event you got something like that in the exam, right? Change it to improper fraction. So
Wait,
75.
but technically,
Mhm.
in 1 hour, in 1 hour, the hour hand won't move like one round.
The hour hand will move. The hour hand will move. The hour hand is 18-hour period. Oh, actually, yeah, you're right. Actually, the minute hand, Mr. must say something. The minute hand is not the hour hand, the minute hand, the minute hand. So can you change the hour hand to minute hand? Yeah, it's the minute hand that move one round. So there's a typo error, the minute hand. So can you change the hour to minute hand? And this one, Mr. will give you 1 mark, but we can
I
still get
took
the
it as
answer.
an hour hand.
Yeah, never mind. So it's actually the minute hand that goes one round, become 1 hour already. Right, mini hand, 60 minutes, that's one round. Okay, so 75 and 3 over 7 times 18. So now, so don't worry, Mr. will just quickly just get the answer here because I don't want to spend too much time on this. This working that is not going to be in the paper one. So let me just give you the answer. Okay, but let me just quickly tell you how to do lah. Change it to improper fraction first. So you have 75 and 3 over 7. So what do you get? So you will get 528 over 7, then times 18. And then you multiply the numerators. So you take 528 times 18, then divide by 7. Wow. So yeah, 9504 divided by 7, and then go and divide, and you will get your answer already. Okay. So you can see the numbers are very, very big. So what's the answer? The answer is actually 1357 and 57 cm. So that is a distance that the minute hand has moved. So not the hour hand, the minute hand. Because when the minute hand moves one round, it's 1 hour already. The
I
minute
took
hand.
it as the hour hand. I got a
Uh
different answer.
yeah, okay. Don't worry. If you get the answer wrong, I'll give you 1 mark for this. 2 marks, okay, 2 marks for this. There is there's a typing error, typo error. So don't worry about all this working. You'll be using calculator to do all this. So you don't have to, in the paper one, in your exam, you will not be asked to do such complicated working. All right, you'll be given smaller numbers. Okay, got it? So don't worry about the working. Okay, but you must know how to get circumference, right? You must know how to find the circumference, and that's more important. Okay, let's go to the next one. The next one is where you get stuck because you look at the picture and you don't know how to find angle E. Now, this one, okay, there is a little trick here. How to find angle E? I just have to draw a line, horizontal line, which is parallel with all the other lines. And then I have 3 lines that are parallel. And when you see lines that are parallel, look for Z. Look for Z. And this is 33. This is also 33. And then look at the bottom. There is another Z at the bottom. And then this is 55. And this is also 55. And then you add together, that will be 88 degrees, which is the answer. So did anyone get this correct? Anybody? Not
I got
many,
it
huh?
right.
Okay. Yeah, this one, if you don't draw that line, you might not know how to do. Okay. Okay, let's go on to the next question. Okay, question 33. This is the one. You're gonna get stuck. Okay, get stuck with this. Anyone got any fraction answer? Any fraction answer, decimal answer? If you have a fraction answer, decimal answer, no need to see already. You are stuck already. Okay. All right. Now this one only of one sentence long. And why is it tricky? Uncle Kim took 3 minutes to cut a wooden rod into 7 pieces. Did anyone write something like this? The moment you write like this, wrong. Yeah. That's why math is quite fun, quite interesting. Now you want to have 7 pieces. Then what do you do to get 7 pieces? You must cut the wooden rod. Okay, you must cut the wooden rod. For example, this is a wooden rod. To get 7 pieces, you took 3 minutes to cut into 7 pieces. So how do you do the cutting? Cut 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, 4 time, 5 time, 6 time. So now do I get how many pieces? I get 7 pieces already, right? So 3 minutes to do what? To do cutting. And how many times do you cut? 6 times. So 3 minutes to perform 6 cuts. 6 cuts and not 7 pieces. You are taking time to what? To cut. And how many times do you cut? 6 times. So 1 minute will be how many cuts? 2 cuts. And if 1 minute is 2 cuts, I need 19 pieces. 19 pieces will be how many cuts? Then you take 19 minus 1. remember your gaps and interval? Mr. Ong got 5 fingers, right? How many gaps? There are 4 gaps. You take 5 fingers minus 1, you get 4 gaps, right? So you want 19 pieces, you will need to do 18 cuts. So how long to get 19 pieces? Then you take 2 times 9, 1 times 9. So you need 9 minutes to get 18 pieces, to get 19 pieces. So the anyone has 9 minutes. No, but really got 9 minutes? Wow, did anybody help you? You're the only one out of everybody who got the answer correct. And this is very rare. Okay, very few people get this answer correct. Yeah. Okay, so now you understand already? Yeah, so next time you see this kind of question, just be a bit more careful. Okay, let's go to question 24. Okay, any question? Brenda, any question? Yeah. So now you understand why it's not 3 minutes equal to 7 pieces, huh? Okay, let's go to question 24. Now, Ahmad poured 3/4 liter into small cups, each containing 1/12 liter. How many cups? This one easy. 3/4, go and divide by how much is 1 cup. So you must know how to divide fractions. Keep, change, flip, cancel. 4 divide by 4. 12 divide by 4. And you cannot cancel, multiply. 3 times 3, and then 1 times 1. So you get 9/1. You can have 9 cups. Okay, this one must get correct. You don't get it correct, then you need to revise how to divide your fractions. Okay, question 25, getting easy again. So it's not hard for the next question. So your answer is what's the answer? Okay, now you will get answer 90. 90 cm square. This one not hard also. How do you find the area of the rectangle? So you look at the triangle, okay, and the base is where? The base is given to you already, which is here. And the height is right angle to the base. So the height is 6. So half times 15 times 6. So 2 divided by 2, 6 divided by 2, 15 times 3 is 45. So that's the area of this triangle. But what's the area of the rectangle? Then you must times 2 because there is another similar triangle. So 45 times 2, 90. Okay. Aubrey, have you done your work? Correct? Done already? Okay, so any mistakes? Okay, make sure you do corrections, because when you hand it to me to mark, Mr. want to see the corrections also. Okay, next one. Question 26, algebra. Now, Amy has Q books. Betty has twice as many as Amy. Now, what you can do to make it a bit easier is you can actually put the letter on top. Amy got Q. Betty has 2 times Q, 2 times as many. So 2Q, right? Cindy has 7 more than Betty. Betty got how many? Betty got 2Q. And when Cindy has 7 more, then you must take 7 plus 2Q, right? So what is the average? Hopefully you get the answer correct because Mr. can predict what is going to happen already. You find the total, right? You take Amy plus Betty plus Cindy, okay, plus Cindy. And then you add them together. So Q plus 2Q, Q plus 2Q plus, okay, by the way, just a quick revision. If you don't know how to do, circle the groups. All right, circle the groups, put all the groups with the same letters together. All right, and then put the whole number at the back. Then you add the Q's together, which is 5Q plus 7. And did anybody put 5Q plus 7? Anybody? Nobody, right? Because you need to find average. 5Q plus 7 divide by 3% to get the average. Okay? So if you never divide by 3, it means that you are a bit careless. You didn't read carefully. Okay, let's go to question 27. Question 27, again, question 27 can be easy, but, but did anybody take 2/5 minus 1/8? Anyone? If you have done that, no need is wrong already. Why? Because when you see fractions, what must you always ask? You must always ask, what are they talking about? The 2/5 is talking about what? A bottle of juice. What is the 1/8 talking about? You look at what's behind the off. It's talking about the juice. The 2/5 is talking about the bottle, and the 1/8 is talking about the juice. They are not talking about the same thing. So you cannot make the denominator the same. You cannot minus the fraction. So what do? Draw model. You can still draw model. So the bottle has 5 boxes. And by the way, what's the answer first? Now the answer is 60. Anyone get 60? Which is the answer? If you didn't get
I got
60,
600.
600. Oh, let me see. Oh, yeah. 600. Yeah, Miss Dong, Miss Dong, Miss Dong, right, wrongly. 600. Yeah. Okay, 600. Okay. If you, yeah, Charlotte, question. You got 600? Okay. Yeah, Miss Song can't see your face. Your face gone already. You can see higher a bit. Okay. Now, so if you didn't get the answer, it's because you may have what? You may have minus a fraction. You may have made the denominator the same, which is wrong. Okay, the fractions are talking about different things. So you cannot make the denominator the same. So you can still draw model. The bottle has 5 boxes. Two units are full, so label. And this is the empty the empty part of the bottle. 3 units are empty, 2 units are full. Go to the next sentence. When 1/8 of the juice, where is the juice in your model? This is the juice. Okay. Shall I change the word? Let me change the label to something a bit more relevant. This is the juice. Okay, the juice. Okay. So when 1/8 of the juice, you need to cut the model for the juice into 8 boxes. So something like this. 4 and 4. So you have 8 boxes already. Okay, make sure you cut 8 boxes. Don't cut too many. Okay, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4. Every box do the same. Every box make the model equal. Okay, 1/8 of the juice is poured out. So Mr. I'm going to just put a cross there lah. Pour out means you pour out. Then what is the rest of the juice? The rest of the juice is still inside. Okay, still inside the bottle, right? Which is your 210 ml left in the bottle. So what is the capacity of the bottle? So your question mark is to find everything, which is the volume of the bottle. And that's your model. So you look at the model and you can see that how many units of juice left in the bottle? 7 units. 7U is 210 ml. 1 unit is 30. Can you find all the units? How many units altogether? So you can count. So you have a 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. They are all together 20 units in the bottle. So 30 times 20, you get 600 ml. Yeah, that's how you draw model to get the answer. Okay, so if you don't draw a model, it's going to be quite hard to do, right? Okay. Okay, copy down quickly to a few more questions and we are done. So far, any questions so far? What is the paper easy, normal, hard? Normal. Okay, normal. Okay, normal. Okay, let's look at question 28. Also another easy one. Okay, question 28. The figure shows a rectangular glass box partly filled with unique cubes. When the box is completely filled, how many cubes altogether? You're asked to find how many cubes can fit the whole box. So the box can contain how many cubes altogether. Go and find how many cubes along the length, the breadth, and the height. So count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. Then the breadth, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Then the height will be 1, 2, and 3. Three cubes along the height. Then what is the total cubes that can put in the box? 6 times 4 times 3. Answer 72. Okay? All right. Question 29. Okay, question 29. Again, one sentence. The question is only one sentence. Okay, but do you know how to get the answer? Now, you don't know how to do, at least you can find the average. There are 3 different 2-digit numbers. Okay, again, I can predict your answer already. Okay, Miss I'm going to show you what's your answer later. Some of you are going to have this wrong answer. So there are 3 different 2-digit number. The average is 25. So you're going to find the total. You take 25 times 3. You get total. And you want to get the largest number. Somebody may have put the smallest 2-digit number. Am I correct? You have the smallest two-digit number. The okay, this is quite fun. Okay, to see who make this mistake. Did anyone also put another 10? Anyone put another 10? Nobody. Or you just don't want to say. Okay, you cannot put another 10 because different. The numbers must be different. So it cannot be 10. It will have to be the next smaller number, 11. Right? So you take 75 minus 10 minus 11, and your answer will be 54. Do you get 54? Yeah. Did anyone put 10, 10, 10, and 10? Yeah, if you put 10 and 10 means you didn't read the question again. You must have three different numbers. Okay, last question, 30. Okay, question 30, which is your construction. Okay, now, this one is considered quite easy. Okay, paper one, construction is quite easy. Paper two, construction will be a bit more challenging. So, how do you draw a rectangle with twice the area of the trapezium? So, to find the area, you will need to count how many squares make up the trapezium. Where are the squares? Do you know the dots form squares? The dots can actually form into a square. So, you look at the trapezium and use your pencil to try to cut it into how many squares? Like this part got four square, right? You can have four square. And then this triangle, this triangle, how many squares is that? Well, you can actually do what? You can actually form a rectangle. Form a rectangle. Let me use a green color. Form a rectangle. Okay, form a rectangle like this. Okay, like this. And then this rectangle, half of it is what you have, right? Half of it is the triangle that is given to you. You look at this rectangle, which is made of how many square? So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 divided by 2. So the triangle must be made of 4 square. And another 4 square for the rectangle on the right side. Okay, got it? So you can actually form a rectangle to see how many squares make up the triangle. So how many squares in this trapezium? The trapezium is made of 8. The area of this trapezium is 8 square units. Then you need to draw a rectangle with double, 16. So how do you draw a rectangle which is 16? Very easy. Breadth is 2, length is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I put 4 and 4.
That is wrong. That is a square. 4 by 4 square. You want rectangle. Okay, so 2 by 8. And that will be your answer already. I think there's only one answer, right? You can draw horizontal rectangle or vertical rectangle, but I think there's only one, only this rectangle you can draw. So you will have 16 already. And then you need to label the rectangle area. So if you never label, minus marks. Got it? And all drawing must use pencils. And if your lines are crooked, wavy lines, minus marks. It must be using ruler. Straight lines must be straight lines. Okay? All right. Draw a parallelogram with the same parameter as t and label the parallelogram. Okay, now to find area, you have to count squares. To find parameter, you have to count what? Dots. Count dots. Okay, count dots. Somebody erase this thing. So to find parameter, then you count the dots. So look at this line. Okay, look at this line. How many dots? Starting point, 0. 1, 2, 3. 3 units. Okay, 3 units. And then go up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 unit. Then go left. 1 unit. So 1 plus 4 plus 3, 8. And you must know what is a parallelogram. If you don't even know what is a parallelogram, you can't draw. So it's a rectangle that is slanted. Okay? So draw a sketch. Mr. Fowler tell you, you need to draw a sketch, right? Then you will know how to draw already. So 4 and 4. Okay, 4 and 4. Then how do you draw this one? How do you draw this one? Now, very easy. You learn already. Let me ask, how long is this line again? Still remember? How long is this line for those who came from my lesson? So you have to count the dots. How do you count? From here, go up 1, 2, 3, 4. Go right 1, 2. So the green line is 4 by 2. And you need to break it into what? Break it into 2 of these, right? So 4 by 2, 4 by 2, go and divide by 2. So 4 divided by 2. Then 2 divided by 2. So 2 by 1. Okay, 2 by 1. Okay, now we're going to draw the real thing. So you start anywhere on the dots that you like. Then you draw this line. How to draw this line? 2 by 1. 1, 2. Go right 1. And isn't that your 2 by 1? And then you draw the horizontal line. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? And then the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then join. That is your parallelogram with the same parameter. And then you label as what? P. Understand? So when you want to find area, you count squares to find area. When you want to find parameter, you count dots. Okay, you should learn this in my lesson already. Okay, so we are done. We are done for the entire paper. So how was the marks? So is the paper normal, easy, medium, hard? Okay, I think should be quite normal, right? Yeah, but a bit tricky, but otherwise quite neither easy nor hard. Okay, now next week will be the final paper one lesson already. So all right, and then Mr. will think about whether maybe we have a one or two more paper one lesson before you do your PSLE. Okay, all right. Any questions for the paper one tonight? No questions? Okay, all right.
Oh,
Any
what's your YouTube channel name?
What's my YouTube channel? Okay, my YouTube channel, you can go to PSLE Math at MLGs. Okay, Mr. Just write down. You can go to my YouTube channel, PSLE at MLGs. Okay, you can type this in the YouTube channel. All right, or you can just type PSLE MLGS lah. Also can. Then you will see my channel already. Okay, and inside the channel, you will see all the paper one lesson. You will see the heuristic lesson. You will see model drawing. You will see different kinds of lesson. Okay, so no questions. Then listen carefully before we end the lesson. Though my students who are my regular students, next week when you come, next lesson, it's your paper one time. Paper two. You'll be doing a paper two practice. Okay, it's like a test. Okay, like a test. So just be aware. All right, bring your calculator. You have to bring your calculator, bring your instruments so that you don't borrow. Okay. All right. So if there's no question, then I'll see you on the next lesson. Okay. So goodbye, everybody.
Bye,
And
Cheryl.
those,
Bye.
yeah, bye bye. And if you need to stay back, you can stay back to ask me questions. Okay. Bye bye. Okay. Bye, Brandon.
Bye.
Bye, Charlene. Bye, Brandon. Bye, Xiala. Okay.
So how to do
Bye. Sorry.
question
Xiala, what do you
29?
say?
How to do question 29?
How to do question 29? Wait, where's my question 29? Question 29. Yeah. How to do? I thought Mr. mentioned already. Okay, let's do again. Now, the average of three different two-digit numbers. Okay, number one, there are three different numbers, right? Number one. Okay, and when you see average, what must you do? You must find the total. You take the average times 3 to get the total. So you will have 75, right? The total is 75. And of the three numbers, you need to find the largest number. So how do you get the largest number? Now, in primary 3, we learn about how to find the smallest difference, the biggest difference. So to get the largest number, you must have the smallest number. The smallest number. Then you can get the largest number. So what is the smallest number you can make with two-digit number? Isn't that a 10? And then, but because it has to be different numbers, then the second number must be 11, right? And then you can get your largest already, lor. 75 minus 11 minus 10, and that's how you get your answer 54, right? Am I correct? Any mistake? No mistake, right?
Okay,
Okay.
thanks, Cheryl.
Yeah, so that's how you get. Okay, there, that's it.
Okay,
Okay, so I'll
bye.
see you on the next lesson. Okay, bye bye. See you next week.
Bye.